Up with a snowstorm on the way, many of us will be grabbing shovels to clear driveways and sidewalks. But did you know that an improper shoveling technique can actually lead to serious injuries, especially to your back? This morning, we're getting expert advice on how to shovel safely and protect your body during the winter season by Dr. Ehsan Jazini from the Virginia Spine Institute. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
I know a lot of folks went out and got a shovel if they didn't have it yesterday. But before you even grab this, you're saying there's really some important things you need to do. What's the first step?
The most important thing is to warm up and make sure you're hydrated. You know, it's very, especially in the cold weather, shoveling is actually a very strenuous exercise. And the way you stay out of my office and have back injuries is by being prepared, right? So prevention is key. Make sure you warm up. Take about 10 to 15 minutes.
That might sound foreign to people. I'm just going outside to shovel. Why do I need to warm up?
Because when your body's cold, your muscles are stiff, that's when you're more prone to injury. So we got to make sure that we warm up, we stretch before we go out there and do the task.
All right, you've done that. What's the shoveling technique you need to employ to make sure you don't hurt your back?
Number one, you want to engage your core, your abdomen. Number two, you want to put one hand closer to the shovel, to the end of the shovel. The other hand, I'm left-handed. You would obviously reverse this. And then you want to be bend to your hips, bend your knees so that you're not arching your back.
Right.
And then
you're not doing the hyper, just sort of like this motion. Okay.
And the key is you want to push as much as you can. And when you do have to lift the snow, you want to lift with your legs instead of with your back.
A lot of people want to rush through it. You shouldn't.
Yeah, you want to do this for about 10 to 15 minutes. Take breaks. If you have some family members that can help, try to divide and conquer. It's a lot of work, and it's very strenuous.
It really is. And one thing that we have to keep in mind is if you haven't done this, I mean, this is a risk of a heart attack for some people,
oh, for sure,
which they really have to be mindful of. What do you say to that?
It's really, really important. If you do have high risk of heart disease, you don't want to do this for a long period of time. Get help. You know, when I was growing up, I helped my dad.
The neighborhood kids would come out and help.
Yeah. So
do those still exist?
You gotta take it seriously for sure. Yes.
Yeah. And then other tips. I know again, this is snow shoveling. People may not think it's a serious issue, but obviously you being a spine doctor, you've seen these issues pop up time and time again. One more tip or a couple more tips you can give our audience?
Some of the shovels are more ergonomic and they're lighter. Like this one has a steel end and a plastic. So choose wisely. Make sure that the height of the shovel matches your body height as well. Some of these small tips can help to prevent injuries from coming to my office.
And like you said, do it in shifts. You don't have to do it all in one fell swoop, right?
Correct. Especially like a snowstorm like this, where it's going for a whole day. You wanna go back a few times. You don't want to wait for it to pile up and then try to do this big task all at once.
Where can folks go to find more information from you or to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so they can come to spinemd.com. VSI, we're a multidisciplinary practice focused on spine care.
Dr. Jazini with VSI, thank you so much for your tips today. Lots of folks certainly will be heeding the warning with that snowstorm on the way. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Tom.
Stay warm.